Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Third Down Thursdays.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Friday Night Flagship. I am your host, not just the host, the co-host of Friday Night Flagship, Bruce. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Today's Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa to those that celebrate it. Yesterday we celebrated Christmas. I might be elfing it up a little bit here. But we are enjoying our times here at TDT Media. So that being said, we're going to bring on the guys, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jack Gaffney. Boom! Oh, what's up with the
He was elfing it up.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It just came to me. Shambles. Shambles. How about that? Shambles. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the other man, the myth, the legend himself, the man with the best beard that I know of, Coach Kenny. Also with the best jersey collection that I know of too, to be honest with you.
500 strong, boys.
What do we got? We got Bork, we got McKinnon. Who do we got?
McKinnon.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
A little early support for Team Canada in the Olympics, boys.
Oh, fuck off.
Thank you, yes, Jack.
Only because my Matthews jersey hasn't come in yet. I ordered the Matthews jersey. It's still not in for Team USA.
Oh, no.
That's why. That's why, Kenny. That's why I got it.
Also, Canada's going to win the gold, so we can just get over that right now.
Yeah. Team BUSA is going to bring it, baby. We're going to win
it. Let's go. But yeah. I don't know. I'm ready to have some fun tonight, boys. Like, we didn't have a show last week. It's my fault. To take 100% accountability on that. We had a lot. We all had a lot of things going on, and truth be told, wasn't able to make it. So that being said, Kenny, Jack, it's that time for the 10 piece. Let's go, Jack. You ready?
I was gonna say, if you wanted to say your piece about last Saturday night, you can start with that first.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's all right. Well, I'll pull.
Yeah, there was this football contest last Saturday.
There was a game last Saturday. Gentlemen, and the Chicago Bears came out in front of the Green Bay Packers. The Bears had no reason to win that football game. Like, the Packers dominated. You know what though? I shouldn't say dominated. The Packers controlled that game for what, 53 minutes, 55 minutes? Am I correct on that, Kenny? Like, let's get
it's like going 0 for 5.
The vast majority of the game, yeah.
Yeah, but exactly. Thank you, Jack. 0 for 5 in the red zone.
And yet they still had complete control of that game for 55 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but Bears are the first team since the 60s or some ridiculous number that have come back within the first the last 3 minutes of a football game to win. Dude, it's there's a few things that I had to ask. And I asked myself this question as a fan / somebody that knows it's not completely sustainable. It's not. You can't have continuous comebacks in the fourth quarter. You can't. Also, you cannot rely on turnovers to be your defensive, benchmark. Yes, you want to have at least 1.5 turnovers per game. Agree. But let's just say it like this. I love what they're doing in the aspect of not giving up. That's what you want from a football team. And truth be told, as a fan, I was freaking out. I was yelling. I'm not even kidding when I tell you guys this. First of all, I threw my hat because I was upset. Go figure. However, my wife was awesome. So Celine ended up buying some sushi because she's like, I want him, like, she's like, I want him to feel like better, even if the Bears lose this game. So she bought the sushi like in the fourth quarter when the Bears were losing. The sushi arrived like right when it was tied, and like it was great. But I'll be honest with you, it was like the best sushi I've ever had. And like no joke though, Kenny's like seen my downstairs area, and he has an idea of like the couch. Well, one of the couches that I have. When I tell you, I lifted my couch, and Kenny and I actually moved that couch that I like lifted, and I started like slamming it on the ground in happiness. It was the funniest thing ever. The fact that like I was lifting a couch in celebration of the Bears winning that football game was great. I think it does more harm to the Packers though than it does for the Bears if the Bears would have lost that game though. I'll say it like that.
I was expecting way more of a victory lap there. I'm kind of disappointed.
No. What? Well, dude, like I'm not. So I'm sorry. Like I kind
Still got to play them one more time. So I don't know if it's much of a victory lap yet. It's 2 versus 7, so it's still on to the next one. You gotta finish the deal in the postseason, which we traditionally don't do against them.
We haven't done it. Well, I will say though, we split the last 2 seasons with them. So, but that being said, you're 100% accurate. Like the Bears have been trash against the Packers in the playoffs in the past. Damn well LaFleur is like chomping at the bit to get back one more time at the Bears, and we all know how difficult it is. The third time seeing a team, doesn't matter if you're 1-1 against them or 2-0 against them. It's a tough. But you know what? What the Packers have going for them right now is Jordan Love is out this week, another extra week for him to rest. And not only that, but you have Micah. Well, not for the Bears. You have Micah Parsons out, and I think that did hurt them because your closer was gone.
We have a comment, Bruce. I don't know if you can see this in the comment section.
Oh, I can run to it. I got you. Oh, he spilled my whole glass of water. Yeah, I did.
Can you explain?
So it's so true. It's so true. I really did. Like no joke. Like the Hulk. Like I grabbed it. I was like, ah!
There we go.
She's 100% accurate. Love you. But no, that's kind of cool that she's watching right now with our kids being sick. Love you. But yeah, no, we like no joke. Like I was absolutely like, I don't know, Kenny. Like you're a Bears fan, but I don't know. I think you probably controlled yourself a little better than I did at the time.
Well, also I have a Packers fan in the house, so it's
dude, all the more reason for you to fucking lift couches.
You know her.
It's true.
There's a little bit of treading carefully when it's Bears versus Packers in this house. But yes, I was excited. I was a little happy, but knowing full well that we still more than likely have to play them first round.
Did you talk a little shit? Honestly,
of course.
What'd you say? What was the quote? What was the quote that got her pissed off?
Well, it could have been anything. Anything I said. She said something to the effect of how he hurt Jordan Love because
that's such bullshit.
And so I said, do you need a prescription for all the copium that you're taking right now?
Let's go. But it's true though. He lowered his head. Austin Booker came in like a normal tackle. I don't know. Honestly, part of me kind of wants to.
I get why they threw the flag there, but I don't think anyone was really.
No, I agree. Like,
yeah, but I totally understand them throwing a flag there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with the flag.
The league that we're in now, of course, that's a flag. But
thank you.
Yeah, but I don't think Booker was like at fault or anything.
I just called you Kevin. Why did I call Kenny Kevin?
It happens.
McAllister.
Too many waters, Bruce.
It's just on the brain.
Too many. Dude, we should. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, we should get MJ in this bitch right now and be like, dude, how do you feel about the Packers losing to the Bears?
I feel like we still have some problems right now.
Oh, we gotta fix that. I agree, dude. Jack, I 100% agree with you. To be honest with you, but I am not looking forward to facing them in the playoffs. I've seen this script before. Before we move on to the 10 piece, I've seen this script before. I hope there's a situation that the Bears are somehow put into the number 1 seed, and I don't have to worry about seeing the team from up north. Like that, Kenny? Shout out to you.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Because I don't want to see the team from up north because I don't want to. I don't want to hear the bullshit. Like at the end of the day, right now, from like the long term perspective, I actually think the Bears are on a trajectory that is linear. I think they're going up, whereas like I don't know where the Packers are. Whatever, I don't give a fuck about them. However, like from the short term thought process, like I just don't want to hear the fucking annoyances of like the Packer fans. That's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah. All right, Jack, you ready?
Yes, sir. So
let's run that 10 piece, bro.
So I see Scott in the chat talking about unethical football.
Yeah,
yesterday was just not a good day in the NFL. From
what up, what up, Scott? How you doing, Scott? Scott, you're the man, dude. You're always here commenting, so it's always much appreciated, bro.
But so obviously probably the biggest storyline coming out of yesterday is the Lions are out of the playoffs. So the first question is,
wild.
Given the last month or so, would you blame their play calling situation after losing Ben Johnson to be the big reason why they're out, or just the cavalcade of injuries defensively?
Ooh.
I go injuries, 100%.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Listen, I understand the whole, and I saw the statistics of Dan Campbell's record without Ben Johnson versus with Ben Johnson. That's going to happen. That always happens when you have a prolific play caller, but the concept still falls onto the fact that Dan Campbell's a defensive-minded coach. He brought in a lot of talent with that team. They should have all the pieces together, and when there's a ton of injuries, these things happen. I don't think, and I saw today, Detroit fans are calling for Dan Campbell's head. Most teams in the NFL right now would love to have a guy like Dan Campbell. So if Detroit's stupid enough to make that decision, then that's on them. I don't think it's his fault. I think you have to have a reset with your play calling and get back to it with a stronger, a healthier defense.
So there are some things with them offensively that I did like with Dan Campbell play calling, and that they were trying, like there was a concerted effort to get Jahmyr Gibbs involved as a pass catcher, which I did like.
I did like that too. I agree with that.
You're trying to make him a Christian Joseph.
They're trying to make him a Christian McCaffrey type.
Yeah, but they lost Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. They lost Terry and Arnold. Those like 5 different corners over the course of the season. Would that have helped yesterday? Probably not, considering that they turned it over 5 times. But like, I don't know how you look at all those injuries and be like, yeah, like that, like they should have made the playoffs with like half of their starting defense on IR.
All right, so I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna go with the exact opposite. Shocker. I think it's more inclined with the offensive setup because I think some of their play calling. While I do like the Gibbs involvement in the offense more, I do love that aspect in the passing game too that you alluded to, Jack. I think there was like way too much inconsistencies though involved in it aside from that part of the offense. Example being, I just saw too much Goff. I don't know. I just thought like Goff like just didn't seem the same this year. I don't know. I've seen a lot of some stuff about that.
Oh, and I totally forgot about this too. They lost Laporta on the offensive side of the ball too.
Yeah, they did lose Laporta. I think they lost him like week 8, maybe week 9.
That sounds about right. Maybe a little later, if anything.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. Like, but every team deals with injuries. You have to adapt, and there's a team in Chicago that's had the most injuries in the NFL that's been able to still, get past that part of the unfortunate injury part of their roster. And coincidentally, their head coach is Ben Johnson, whom was the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. So to make that correlation of does Detroit miss Ben Johnson, 100% they miss Ben Johnson. There is no reason why for anyone to say that they don't. There's a reason. There is also a reason why Dan Campbell put himself in position to be calling offensive plays in week 5, week 4? Like, what are you doing? Like, what? There's no reason for you to be calling offensive plays. I know you were retired in the NFL, but I don't know. Respectfully, like, be a head coach.
I'm pretty sure he called plays at least partially in that 2020 season. Like, well, I could be wrong.
What's the record?
2, I mean, I can think of some bad NFL games.
I'm not. Well, no, I'm not saying that to like be contrarian.
No. I hear you.
But, yeah. Number 2.
Speaking of unethical games, if I had a nickel for every Broncos primetime game this year that I questioned my love for this great sport, I would have like 5 nickels at this point.
5 nickels.
Because that fucking game last night, the nightcap, Broncos versus Chiefs, was so fucking bad. So bad.
Bo Nix came back to earth. Like, for the past 2 weeks, he's come back to earth, in my opinion.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Bruce, because the question here is, after the last 3 weeks, which does include the Packers win, where I legitimately thought that was the best game of Bo Nix's career, genuinely.
100%. I agree with that.
Is your standing or feeling on both the Broncos and Knicks higher or lower after the last 3 games they played?
No, it's the last 3 games, including the Packer game.
Yeah, the Packers game, the Jags game, and then last night.
Steady. You got to remember, I was actually a fan of Bo Nix when he came out of that into the NFL and he came to the Broncos. So saying that, he also has like one of the smartest offensive minds as a head coach in the NFL, and borderline history of the NFL. I love Sean Payton. I think he's great. That being said, I do think that he is 100% supported by the defensive players on that side of the ball, because my goodness, I would love to have that pass rush here in Chicago. And I'm sure Kenny would agree with me on that. So saying that, you know what? I'm going to answer it like this. I actually, my trajectory is lower now on Bo Nix than it was initially, because yeah, you're doing well, and I think you're being protected by a defense that's putting you in better positions than you should be in.
I'm lower on them as a whole because I feel like that Jags loss was just not good from a defensive standpoint. Like, how many points they gave up? 34, I think it was.
Yeah,
like, they got boat raced. But again, objectively good Jags team, so it's not like it's like a big mark of shame. But you did lose big at home, and you hadn't lost at home all year.
Suddenly, Trevor Lawrence knows how to play like a first-round quarterback.
And I was low on Bo Nix to begin with. He is who I thought he was.
I go back and forth on Bo Nix. You know, I didn't like him at Auburn, loved him at Oregon. Thought Sean Payton and the Broncos got the steal of the century when they tricked the Vikings into taking McCarthy over Nix.
Tricked.
I know, that's why I started laughing. That's good.
And he impressed me last year. He's been slightly above average this year. I think Bruce hit it right on the head. That defense carries in Denver, which is kind of the mark of the Denver Broncos anyways. It seems to have always been not to take anything away from their Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, but the defense tends to do most of the work up in Denver. So I would say my trajectory on Nix is continuing to be a roller coaster. Maybe next year I'll be super high on him again because it seems to be every other year. Trajectory for the Broncos, I think, is about the same. I think they're arguably the front runners in the AFC this year, but we'll see once the playoffs.
Let me, if I may. Sorry, Kenny, I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you finished what you were saying? Sorry.
Yep.
Fair. So, the last thing I'm going to say is about Bo Nix. I think that he is going to be a continuous 12 to 22 type quarterback with games that you're like, damn, he's easily in the top 10, or games that he's like, dude, this guy's like 30, 32 in the NFL. And I think that's what you're going to get from him.
But I still take him every day over Lawrence.
Ooh, whoa, that's I like it.
He's been really good this last month. Ever since they got Jacoby Myers, he's been
Hold on.
He's had a good year. I'll give him that, but there's no way.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like Trevor Lawrence. I don't love him, but I think there are weeks where it's like, yeah, this is why they.
I don't know.
My stock is so low on Trevor Lawrence. I don't care.
Hold on, time out. Sorry, can I expand on that real quick? I'm sorry, Jack. I know you got more questions, but
no, you're good.
Expand on that. So if you put Trevor Lawrence with Sean Payton,
that's the best team in the NFL. It's not even close.
Would you continuously have that thought process? Okay.
From day one or from now?
No, shit. I'll take right now too.
Yeah, no, I'd still need to see a couple of years of Trevor Lawrence success. I don't see it. I didn't see it at Clemson. I don't see it in the NFL. He's had a good stretch. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that Trevor Lawrence is the guy.
All right, how about this? What happens if from day one you put Justin Fields with Sean Payton?
There's a universe where that could have happened. Remember, there's actually a universe where that could have happened. Remember, they took
It's true.
Yeah, they took Sartan over Fields. That draft.
That's awesome.
4 Super Bowls for Justin Fields if he's with Sean.
Oh my God, that's so.
We will never forget what the Jets did to him.
The Jets broke him. The Steelers saved him. The Jets broke him again. So
discussing what they did to him, Kenny. We're on the right side of history.
The Steelers saved him and screwed him simultaneously. That was very interesting to watch last year. The Jets have completely demolished that man, and
he's on IR now, so it's over.
Oh my God!
They should be his mental health for the rest of his life.
But you know it's great when Justin Fields travels to another place because of any car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff or Tepney Justin Fields at 704-464-4544, let him know that TDT Media sent you. And also, he'll hook you up with some amazing rates and probably not championships or passing yards for that matter. Anyway, continue, Jack.
All right, we do have some quick ones this week, and this is one of them. Should the NFL go out of their way in future years on days that they don't normally play games to play on Christmas? So obviously this year, for example, would be different because it was on a Thursday. But hypothetically, like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, maybe even a Friday, should they go out of their way to play Christmas games?
Yeah, why not? There's nothing wrong with it. I think right now that they were locked in to the contract because it's Netflix and all that shit. So that way they're not allowed to, because they were advertising it so much further out, so they couldn't flex anything. But if you do that, I think you should be able to flex it. The Bears and 49ers game was flexed into the Sunday night game this week with Amazon and Peacock or whatever and NBC. So, excuse me. So yeah, no, I continue to do it because at the end of the day, I guarantee the ratings were much higher for the NFL than they were for the NBA because you're watching LeBron James flop all the time. And
we'll get to LeBron James later. I promise you.
Yeah, I mean, I think 5 years ago I would have liked Charles Barkley's take a lot more on that, but if you're afraid of the competition, then you got to put out better competition. If you're the NBA, they should be putting out better games on Christmas. And yeah, it used to be Christmas Day used to be solely
NBA.
For the NBA. Great. I get it, but if the NFL has the opportunity and the horses to do that kind of thing, I take full advantage of it. Go for it, but put out a better product. I wasn't too thrilled with the matchups yesterday.
Agree.
I actually think the NBA had a pretty decent slate yesterday. I didn't watch anything else out.
That's the key. No. That was like that. No. You said it already, bro.
I'll usually catch the Knicks game, but
ooh, look at that.
But I think for the most part they had a decent enough slate. The problem is there's no way you're beating the NFL in a ratings war. That's just not going to happen.
But you got to go back to the rivalry matchups, right? It should be like Bulls Pistons, and you got to have weird uniforms.
Bulls Knicks,
Bulls Pacers, even, right? And it's got to be those weird uniforms that were Christmas centric with the cream colors and the
teams have to be good. But the teams have to be good too. There has to be some drama with it.
You have to have
that
Knicks game was one
It was
versus
just a regular Thursday slate of NBA
like,
games. Like you need to make it special again.
What I'm saying, right? Exactly. Like you remember, like,
yeah, like bring back
back
the
today. Hold on. Like I'm not trying to like. I don't disagree with Kenny in the aspect of like selling the uniform part of it because like we've seen that the Bulls have done that for years. That's what the Reinsdorf family does because they're fucking idiots and pieces of shit. But that being said, though, you actually have to have a product on the fucking floor that's going to provide like your fans. Like you're seeing it right now in Chicago, like with the Bears. The Bears are playing like well. Like Jack, did you watch the Bears game just out of curiosity? Did you end up watching that game? Yeah. So like did you like feel the energy in that stadium like at that time like when it was like going well for the Bears? Did you feel that? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you have to provide the players to have that aspect of a game. Like back in the day when I was watching, like, so example for you, Jack, like when I was watching the Patriots with Brady and stuff like that back in the day, I'm like, holy shit, dude. You could feel this team. You could feel that atmosphere. You don't feel that shit with the Bulls anymore. You don't feel that shit with any of these fucking teams in the NBA anymore. It's all fucking boring, dude. So, like, that being said, Bob Costas might have been the best narrator of all NBA games. Hold on. And there's one aspect, I'm going to touch on this, and I talked to you before the show, Jack, about it. There is one aspect, and I love it, and I really hope the NBA, like, and they're not going to because they're a bunch of bitches, but I really hope the NBA pushes it, is I want Dylan Brooks and LeBron James to be involved in like a lot more things because I think Dylan Brooks is like, and Anthony Edwards, truth be told, I like Anthony Edwards, but I also want, I want that like rivalry again. I want that anger. I want that like, I don't like this motherfucker, so I want to beat his ass. I don't want the AAU basketball like, oh, I play with him in like AAU, like, and when we were 12U and like we played against each other when we were 18U. It was great. I don't want that shit anymore. I'm done with that. I want the NBA back in the day when like Kenny and I used to watch that shit and be like, let's fucking go. And Bob Costas would be like, I don't know. I was trying to do the NBA.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I actually do believe there is a kind of a budding rivalry, like a legitimate good rivalry in the NBA. I don't know if you get, by the way you're talking, I don't think you know about it, but it's the Spurs and the Thunder, believe it, of all teams. More specifically, Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren, who very much do not like each other. Very much do not like each other.
They shouldn't.
And quite as it's kept as good as historically great of a start of the year that the Thunder are having, I believe, who now have 6 losses total on the year, either 5 or 6. Three of them come at the hands of the San Antonio Spurs.
Love it.
Hypothetically, they play a playoff series next week. How many games do you pick in the Spurs to beat the Thunder in? Because there's definitely a mental edge at this point.
Flat out, I'm picking the Thunder to win.
How many games?
If we're doing are we doing a 7-game series?
Yeah, 7-game series.
6.
You pick the Thunder in 6.
Thunder in 6.
I go Spurs in 5.
I'm with Kenny.
Just based on what I've seen so far, and admittedly not the biggest NBA fan, not the biggest NBA watcher, but for some reason I keep catching Spurs Thunder. Spurs have their number, so I'll take Spurs in 5 on that one.
I'll take the championship pedigree.
I don't disagree with that, but it's like this is like one of those things where it's like obviously not to this degree. Like every year, there's like a team that will give like the Celtics a ton of problems. Like the
same thing with
for whatever reason it was the Orlando Magic.
It was the same thing with the Warriors, dude. It was the same thing with the Warriors and who was it? It was at the time it was the Rockets, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Rockets gave them a ton of fits. Yeah.
Yeah, and like guess what? Warriors were like, get off me, you're a flea. Sorry, I'm good. I'm good with my thought process.
No, you're all good.
So, it'd be fun, but truth be told, it's fun. Like, but I love that aspect. You're not wrong. That's a great point. That's honestly,
it's a new rivalry.
That's a great
point.
Yeah, that's a great point because like you want, but like that's where sports thrives is when people don't like each other and there's a genuine amount of like
hatred. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a Jake Paul boxing fight. This feels like legitimate. Like these, like you hear these guys talk about it, like more so Wemby talking about Chet. He legitimately does not like this guy. I think that's tremendous, personally. I can't speak for everybody, but I love that. That's awesome.
I agree. I agree.
Hate's good. When it's channeled in the right ways, hate's good.
More hate, more good.
All right. Later in the evening, yesterday for the NBA, the Lakers not quite got. Actually, they kind of got blown. I've lost by 23 to the Rockets, and if I'm not mistaken, they're now 4-5 in their last 9 since LeBron's come back. And I don't know if you guys saw this. JJ Redick kind of had like a 4-minute like rant.
Loved it.
And he was basically just like, yeah, I feel like when we have effort and like effort and teamwork, we're a good team, and when we don't.
He talked about the practice that he was gonna have too, and love it.
Yeah. Like you watched them. Like I kind of saw. I don't think it was like a highlight, but it was like a set of clips of like LeBron on defense where it's just like you know what it is at this point.
I mean, he's a 41-year-old dude. Like,
I agree, but it's the same thing that he's done for like 10 years. It feels like where he's just disengaged, not really giving a crap.
I'll say 15. I'll say 15.
And like, I saw Kendrick Perkins be like, "It's over. Like it's just over for him in LA."
Okay, well,
and there's a certain
an analysis. Hold on. There's an analysis from Kendrick Perkins that he's a fucking idiot. Like I'm gonna say.
I don't disagree, but I do agree with him on this point. And with that in mind, what team should be the most interested in hypothetically moving for LeBron James if they decide to move on, which they should?
Oh God, that's a fucking good question.
Milwaukee. If trading for LeBron James means you keep, if that means you keep Giannis, I do it.
I
don't think it works out, but if I can buy you a couple extra years with Giannis, I do it.
Yeah, I agree with that thought process, but like I'm looking at it from the sheer perspective of guys on the fucking basketball floor. Like I don't want Giannis and LeBron on the same fucking floor together. Like if you can't work well with Luka and LeBron together, you sure as hell aren't going to work well with fucking LeBron and like Giannis. No. Oh dear God.
Like the thing is too is like who like there's a difference between like who should want him and like how many teams are actually going to be like, yeah, we're
Knicks.
Willing to give
the Knicks.
a ton of assets. They don't really have a ton of assets. That's the thing.
That's true too. Well,
like, they would have to, like,
okay,
trade.
so flat out, I'm looking at it from the sheer perspective of like court presence and court, like guys on. Yeah, that's a good question. This is a really good question. Go ahead, Ken. Sorry.
If we're talking about his career, it's the sunset of his career. Why? Just saying. Not for any other reason except sentimental reasons. Why not go back to Cleveland at that point?
They're good though. They're good as is. I feel like.
I understand that, but I'm just saying if we're talking about he's ending his career, he's looking at the twilight years. It's time to move on. Cleveland should have some assets to give to LA. Maybe he's that little niche piece that you can bring out onto the floor for some sentimental value.
He's not, but you know what though? I will say this though. He is a charity case. But there is no way.
I'm a LeBron guy. I'm like, okay, we gotta pump the brakes here.
I will totally say this though. There is no way that he would like pride. Like the pride factor is going to get in the way. The Diddy pride factor is going to get in the way with LeBron. So there is no way that he's gonna be like, I'm gonna take a lesser role to play in Cleveland when he's going to be like, oh, I had hospitals here and I did this here. I brought you a championship at Cleveland. This is for you.
Watch all the Godfather movie here.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Like, I don't disagree with it. Honestly, Kenny, like that'd be kind of cool. Like if I'm like a 15-year-old version of myself, I'm gonna be like, yeah, dude, it'd be kind of cool to see LeBron like bring it home and like just live out his like tribe. But nah, man, I'm good. I don't know, man. Truth be told, like, you know what? If I'm an NBA executive right now, Jack, to answer your question, let him fucking rot in LA. Fuck you.
Jesus. Come on, LeBron. That's harsh.
No, it's not. I'm done, dude. Like, what do I get? Hold on. What do I get with you right now? You're a liability on defense. You're a suspect on offense because you're a ball handler and you're a black hole with it. You just fucking sit there and dribble the ball and then jack up a fucking bullshit shot. You do not move well without the basketball anymore. What do I get with you right now? I get Spain.
The exact same thing the Red Sox need, who we unironically has a part share in, which is funny enough. Fuck you, John Henry. Please trade Jaron Duran. I'm begging you. Get him off my baseball
Hold on,
team.
I like this.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Could you imagine?
He just walks. He's like, can you please just change this locker room real quick?
He brings Chris Paul back. That'd be fucking hilarious if he brings Chris Paul back.
Yeah, he's gonna pull. Well, okay. Well, if we're gonna play that game, he's gonna play 2003 Lakers. Have Gary Payton. Gary Payton. Who else was it? Karl Malone. Fucking Shaq. No, it wasn't Shaq. Who else was
Fox?
De'Aaron Fox. Robert Horry. I don't know. It was just a bunch of old heads on that team. Gary Payton. You said that already, Jack? Did you?
Yeah, I said Gary Payton already.
Yeah, my bad.
All right. Question number 6. This one's for Kenny. As unbiasedly as you can.
Oh,
keyword.
As
unbiasedly as you can.
Look at his face.
How did Michigan make out by hiring Kenny Gillingham, former head coach of Utah? Who you did call the last time we were on the air?
I did call it. I think it's
a great hire. I'll say that. I think it's a great hire.
I did suspect something was happening when he basically, without any warning, said, "You know what? It's been fun. It's been a good 2 decades almost. I'm going to step down in Utah." So I thought something was up from minute one with that move. Unbiased, I think ultimately it's a good hire. I think one, it speaks to hiring from outside, not going with somebody that was connected to the Harbaugh era.
Well said.
Which right now
isn't he technically a Urban Meyer guy?
Ooh, yeah, but way back. Yeah.
Yeah, not for like Ohio State, for like right. Technically a part of that.
Still an Urban Meyer guy.
So that just reeks of Bo Schembechler, I guess. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to be the move that gets them anywhere further down the road. I think that they are entering a dark period for their program. But you needed fresh blood. You needed somebody new. So ultimately, it's a good hire. But it's going to be very similar to the Rich Rod era. I think they're going to be good against everybody else, terrible against Ohio State.
I like it. You bring in a guy who was one of the best, who kind of was coaching one of the best defenses in the nation for the last 5 years. It feels like. So I mean, if he can recruit like in that area well defensively, I think they'll be just fine. And obviously, you should be able to recruit fine anyway because it's Michigan.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he does have a losing record against Ohio State though, because he lost in the Rose Bowl to them. I know it was very close.
Oh yeah, the JSN game.
And they actually, I mean, they were actually winning through I think 3 quarters of that game, but Ohio State came back on them. So if I am from Ann Arbor, I am looking at that, and that's a very, very small sample size, but I'm looking at that one game and going, oh man, I don't know if he's got the horses to beat a team like Ohio State. Which brings me back to my original point of he'll do fine against everybody else, especially Big Ten football. But once you get into rivalry season, it's going to be a tough stretch for him.
All right, question number 7. This was one that I had last week before we canceled, but I actually thought it was interesting. So Cam Ward had a press conference last week where he was just talking about wanting to be in on the process of the Titans getting their next head coach.
It's stuck. It's stuck. Sorry. That's amazing.
So if you're a Titans fan, do you like hearing that out of Cam Ward?
No. Of course not. Why would I like hearing him fucking say some stupid shit like that?
No, like wanting in on the process to pick the next head coach?
Well, okay. It's not being a part of the process. It's being okay, you said being a part of the process. I don't want him picking the coach. I want him
I agree with that, but I think he should have some input. Of maybe I would like the offense that person X runs.
As somebody that, or as like
I wouldn't have a problem if you guys brought it
as a fan of a player that I'm sure that was a part of the process of the aspect of finding their head coach. I don't want him saying it publicly. I want
I'd rather him be honest about it.
I'm sorry.
I like this. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I was done.
No, I didn't hear what Jack said. Sorry.
I was saying I like him at least being honest about it.
No, I guess I do want him being a part of it because your coach and your quarterback are going to have to be in sync. I don't disagree with that aspect.
However, I like the thought. I don't like what he said.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly
The
what
way he said it, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but it was something to the effect of the next head coach is going to be the coach that is going to, and I'm going to be here for the next couple of years or something to that effect. So you're saying that if this coach doesn't work out, you're leaving Tennessee. Like that's just how it's going to mesh. So to me, it sounded like not an empty threat, but it sounded like a veiled threat. It sounded like, hey, if we don't get this right, I'm not going to be in Tennessee too much longer, anyways. So
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I don't think that's. I don't entirely.
Anyway.
No, Cam Ward's good. He's good.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He
He'll be fine.
He
needs the right system and he needs the right head coach, but they'll be fine in Tennessee.
I was ready to get Spags last Sunday, but that's neither here nor there. Question number 8. This is kind of a gag one, but I thought it was funny. What rolls off the tongue worse, the Gary Bears or the Kansas Chiefs?
Well, neither one is going to end up happening.
Northwest Indiana Bears.
I'm ready.
From the what's called, yeah, it sounds terrible. It does, but from the sheer aspect of the name, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. Like the New York Jets and New York Giants should be called the New Jersey Giants or New Jersey Jets. They both play this, right, dude? It's like it is what it is. Like it's because it's all politics. What's worse about it, honestly, the best way to put it is the sheer fact that the Chiefs are the one team that actually is solidifying their actual contract to move. The Bears haven't done jack shit because we have an amazing governor in the state of Illinois that's a fucking homo. Sorry, excuse my language. Shouldn't say that, but whatever, I'm gonna say it.
And Bruce gets canceled.
That's fine, whatever. But I don't like him. He's a piece of shit. Yeah, and he was born with a silver spoon up his ass. He's an idiot. And everyone still loves him somehow because like he has a shit ton of money and he still like fucking brings in so much more and he's like, oh, I'm gonna pocket more. Anyway, so to answer your question, I'm gonna say honestly, I will say what would you say, the Kansas Chiefs? I'm gonna say
Yes.
that only because that's the only one that's actually like happening.
I'm trying to currently look up where Dodge City is in comparison to in relation to the capital of Kansas. I actually have no clue where the capital of Kansas is off the top of my head. Was it?
Yeah, suck again.
Wichita?
You saw it.
Yeah, give me the Dodge City Chiefs. That'd be an incredible. Tell me that would not go crazy. The Dodge City Chiefs.
How about the Fort Wayne Bears? Kenny, how do you feel about that? Fort Wayne Bears?
It's going to be Chicago. The funny thing, I think, and Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Gary is actually going to be closer than Arlington Heights. So they're still
same. It's actually the same distance.
The same distance. Okay.
From Soldier Field.
Right.
So if you're going Soldier Field
to Chicago.
But it's longer. It's longer in duration to Gary than it is to Arlington Heights from a public transport.
Right.
Dude, so it's fair.
The speech when they unveiled the new mascot, Gary.
Dude, it's a what's called, dude. I'm telling you, man. It really is a.
We've played
political.
This game before.
It's a political.
We did this in '98
with Elk Grove. Elk Grove was the first one,
and Gary too, because they were talking about.
He was Gary too. You're right.
They threw both of those out there, and then all of a sudden the UFO landed at Soldier Field. Bears played 2 seasons down in Urbana. Then we get the UFO landing.
Oh,
the White Sox did it in the late '80s and early '90s. Talked about moving to Tampa Bay. All of a sudden, Reinsdorf gets Comiskey 2 built.
So cool story. I got a cool story for you boys. You ready for this? Oh shit! Let's fix that.
I was totally expecting you to shoot another basketball behind your head.
I made a lot today actually. 3. No, this is actually a really cool story. So we had a plumbing situation at our house, and guy came in, older guy, a little older than Kenny and I. Kenny, how old are you again? Sorry.
39.
39. Okay, so a little older than me. He was about 45 years old. Cool guy. Jack, you'll appreciate this too, I'm sure. One of the nicest people you could possibly talk to. And like he saw like my Urlacher jersey signed, my Ditka jersey signed, like some other shit that I have in like downstairs area, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, dude, you're a Bears fan, huh? I'm like, yeah, huge Bears fan. He's like, oh, yeah. So what do you think about the Bears moving to Arlington Heights? Because that was a part of the conversation, because that's been a part of the conversation for 2 years. And I was like, I really hope it happens. And he's like, yeah, it should. And I'm like, what makes you say that? And he's like, well, not a lot of people know this, but my dad was a part of the people that worked on Soldier Field to renovate it. And I was like, oh, no shit. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, he did a great job, blah, like the company. And he's like, so, it's right next to the lake. I'm like, well, obviously. And he's like, yeah, so it sinks every day. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, so it's sinking, like Soldier Field is actually sinking every day.
That's the death that Soldier Field deserves for completely.
No. Hold on, I'm not done. Let me finish though. He's like, so at the time, like it was like monumental. Like what they did to that field and everything like that was like the best of all time. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then long story short, it's wood. They used like huge fucking things of wood to hold up Soldier Field. And in 2002, the city of Chicago, shout out city of Chicago and politics in Chicago, Park District. Yeah. Fucking clowns. All of you pieces of shit. He's like, yeah, they made an agreement to renovate it, but they didn't want to renovate the underneath portion of Soldier Field. That was the wooden part that's been the original since it was fucking built. So the original portion of Soldier Field, according to this guy, it's all wood, and it's like thick wood. That's what she said. And it's been sitting there and been obviously I'm sure they've made like multiple changes to it, whatever. But I guess the part that's the original portion of that, because it's like a part of like the landscape of Michigan Lake, or Lake Michigan, excuse me. Wow, Bruce, come on now. Dude, that's crazy to me. When he said that to me, I was like, dude, that's really fucked up. And he's like, yeah, they haven't made changes. They don't want to make changes to it because it costs too much for them to completely demolish that spot, because at one point it was a national landmark, and they lost it when they did the spaceship that Kenny alluded to earlier. And then now, it's a fuck ton of money. So that being said, I think it's laziness on the part of the city of Chicago, but I also think there is a portion of it that's like it's too much money to renovate that correctly.
And it's not the Bears, so the Bears need to move. They need as an organization, they need their own stadium. So
how fucked up is that though? Like the fact that this guy told me about this
hilarious.
Like flat out, I was like, dude, I'm like, you're not lying to me, are you? He's like, no, this is the stuff that my dad told me about. And I'm like, all right, is your dad for real?
His dad totally lied to him. They just run with the story.
I'm not trying to put something out there like that, but you know what? Truth be told, I think it's true, because how else do you build?
I wouldn't doubt it.
At the time, the Soldier Field was would house over 100,000 people. It was very much similar to the team up north, Kenny. Their stadium was very much similar. Am I wrong?
The Giant Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, I said, hey, let's ruin it.
Several times. They ruined it a couple of times.
They ruined it 100%. I agree with that. They ruined it. It was so much better. So much better.
That was actually a genuinely good history lesson.
Okay, dude, I know that might have been the best story I've given ever on the show.
All right, 2 questions to go. Not tomorrow, but on Sunday, we got a big game, boys. We got the Tank Bowl, Giants and Raiders. Likely number 1 pick on the line, depending on who loses this game. And the war is
Brock Bowers. That's why Bowers is a player.
Brock Bowers gone, and as of today, Max Crosby gone. Andrew Thomas.
He's pissed. He's pissed.
Andrew Thomas, left tackle for the Giants, gone. Should the NFL be okay with effectively 2 teams being we're trying to punt this game without actually like openly saying it.
I think you have to be, because you have the whole suck for luck campaign where multiple teams were seen actively trying to tank just to get their shot at Andrew Luck. But I think this also speaks to maybe an evolution in the draft process where you start to see, similar to the NHL, a lottery pick. But
no, lottery picks are such bullshit. No,
I 100% agree, especially the way the NHL does it.
What is this, Loza for Mendoza? Like, what is this?
But I think that's right now, given the system that you've created in the NFL, you have to accept it. This is the reality that you're creating, and you've got two terrible teams fighting for arguably what's left or what's the future. So
Pain
I think
for Bane. Don't score for more.
Jeez, might as well like just rhyme everything.
Objectively, I think this is hilarious. If I'm the NFL, I'm probably not happy about this, but
of course,
this just kind of is what it is. And it doesn't sound like Max Crosby's like all that thrilled about it. So
no, he's pissed. He's pissed because he wants to play. Because
at
the end of the day, like you're also still like these guys are still playing for contract stipulations and stuff like that. Exactly. So I'd be pissed off too. If I was him, I'd be like, "This is fucking bullshit. I'm playing." But
don't worry, Matt, for the savior. You're gonna be in blue, silver, red, white next year.
Dude, I'm also the angry guy though. I'm an angry guy that says things I shouldn't say. Obviously, I already said something I shouldn't say. We're not gonna repeat that. Sorry for those of you that like heard that earlier, by the way, because I'm not that mean and I'm not that person. However, I am that person, and I don't mean it maliciously.
All right. Final question. This is another thing that got you pissed off a couple weeks ago, but we just didn't have the chance to talk about.
Here we go.
You were legitimately upset about this, Bruce.
Oh, great.
The final ever match of John Cena in Washington.
Dude,
you were on the wrong side of history. Me and Scott are both on the right side of history here in the chat. But
okay, no, hold on. Oh no, we'll talk about this. Go ahead. No. What's the question?
If they made the right call in him tapping out and losing that last match to Gunther.
No, it was fucking trash. But
do you hear this?
Hold on, hear me out. No, hear me out. As I have gotten away from the actual initial reaction, I'm not mad about it. It all depends though on how they're able to manufacture the storyline with Gunther, because I think that it could be kind of a cool thing for him, and it's actually pretty badass so far. I do like what they're doing so far with him. And the whole like doing the whole "you can't see me" thing, like I'm not mad about it. The initial response was like I was like, "What the fuck?" I was pissed off. Like every big time entertainer lost their last match. Stone Cold, Ric Flair, John Cena. Like,
well, technically, neither Flair nor Stone Cold technically did.
That's not true. Ric Flair did lose.
No, you didn't see his last match in 2022 then.
Come on. Really? We're going to go dark? No.
Stone Cold won his last match.
Going dark again. But I will not, like, I'm actually like, I've kind of like retracted a little bit of the hostility that I was posting on social media that you may have saw.
That was probably the best wrestling booking decision they made all year.
I don't like his, but you know what though? I don't. Wait, hold on, real quick. Sorry. I don't like his. What's right? I didn't like John Cena's. I didn't like the face. Like, I think it was more for him, and I have respect for him and what he wanted. I didn't like him smiling, just being like, okay,
brother, that boy was in a sleeper hole for like fucking 5 minutes. He tried everything.
But like,
you know what?
But you know what I'm talking about though? He's just like, okay.
You know what?
He broke the fourth wall.
This is good. No, this is good. I enjoy this. That was probably in a year where they have made bad booking decision, bad real life decision after bad booking decision after bad real life decision, repeatedly. This was probably the most sensible wrestling decision they've made as a company all year.
I agree with that. I do.
And then Triple H walks out.
Everyone hated him. Everyone fucking.
I'm trying to think. You think this was like Julius Caesar the day he was murdered in Rome?
Wow.
The way they treated this guy.
Kenny, did you see any of this?
Well deserved.
I saw most of the highlights.
Unbelievable.
Like I said, I think, again, admittedly not the biggest wrestling fan. Haven't been in about 25 years, maybe a little longer. It reeked of John Cena breaking the fourth wall, which I always appreciate when wrestlers are able to do that. You knew his time was up. Again, the precedent has been set that you typically lose your final match, especially if you're a legend. Not sure why the WWE does it that way, but it is what it is.
It's not that way in Japan, and there have been some cases of guys going out in the weight, like Sting went out on top.
And it's just to me, I don't appreciate that, but I do understand.
See, you say that to him, Jack, huh? You said it to Kenny when I fucking said that same shit.
Yeah, but you were like crashing out over it.
Anyway.
Also, I wasn't the biggest Cena fan to begin with, so it is what it is. But yeah, I totally agree, Jack. From what I've seen from the outside perspective, WWE's made some horrible, terrible decisions this year.
You mean bringing back Brock Lesnar when he's named in a federal trafficking lawsuit wasn't a good call?
No.
It was an amazing call, apparently.
Remember, you mean bringing out Travis Scott to be the finish for a WrestleMania main event wasn't a good call?
Hold on, can I just say real quick, John Cena is not the best of all time.
He isn't. I have no problem with them saying it because in their presentation of wrestling, I have no problem with them saying it.
He's the best of Disney.
In actuality,
no, dude. Okay, you know what? If you're gonna call him the best of all time, I would say, in my era, Stone Cold was the best of all time. Not a wrestler, but from that
Stone Cold or The Rock, I would say we're top two.
Entertainment and selling aspect.
Correct. So so you label John Cena the best of his era, right? Of what I call the Disney era of wrestling, because that's just it's PG. There's no blood, there's no fighting, there's no hardcore title, which I always loved with Mankind and stuff like that. But
ruthless aggression, dog. Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Ruthless aggression was only good for 02 and then 03.
It was a 1 year thing. Yeah, it's true.
It's all about the
attitude. They got parts in 04 and 05. That was kind of about it.
It's true.
But that's it.
I love it. All right, boys. Well, let's we got a quick NFL picks. Want to do it?
The biggest football game of the year is literally 2 days away, or tomorrow.
Would you say sorry?
Yeah, literally the biggest football game of the year is. We got to talk about.
But you know what? What's even more concerning is homeowners insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff, we're typing at 704-464-4544. Let him know that the Friday night flagship from TTT Sports Media sent you. Also, make sure you know that he does not represent the words that are said by my dumbass. All right, boys. You like that? I know Kenny liked that. That was good, right?
All right.
All right, boys. It's Friday, or it is Friday. It is Friday.
It's Friday for 3 more hours.
Jeez, it's
4 for you, but 3 for me.
Yeah, it's crazy. We got football coming up. We got a lot of things going on. It's time to take.
We gotta talk about the tart bowl, brother.
Oh, jeez. No, we're not doing it. We're going straight. No. Well, hold on, Kenny. Are you got some college picks if you want to talk?
We could talk about the Pop-Tart Bowl, and then you got the college football playoff.
All right, Kenny, let's go. Kenny, I got you. Let's go. Kenny, let's run it.
Yeah, we're not gonna be here next time.
All right,
let's be quick. Let's be quick, Kenny. We gotta be quick.
I didn't know we were doing it, so I didn't put up the.
I have him up if you want me to do it.
Oh.
And you run it, Jack. Go for it.
All right, so
I know my picks, but I don't know the lines.
All right, so first of the New Year's 6 is going to be on Wednesday, New Year's Eve. And it's your game, Kenny. We're talking the U versus Ohio State. Ohio State a 9.5 point favorite, of course, the U, storming into Kyle Field and beating A&M. That was a great moment for me and for a lot of other people. Nice to see bad people lose, and that's exactly what Texas A&M is. They're bad people. They deserve to lose. But, I mean, they're playing Ohio State with Carson Beck. They're not winning this game. Give me Ohio State.
Yeah, I'll take Ohio State and the spread. I love the idea that, Miami thinks they're going to come in and get revenge from 2003, but, let's be honest, it's still Ohio State's show, so they got it.
It's all about the youth, though. Shout out to Michael Irvin. He made my week last week.
Ohio State not only wins this game, boys, they fucking dominate. Go ahead.
All right. Our next game. This one legitimately intrigues me. This is Oregon versus Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. Oregon is a 1.5 favorite. I'm fascinated by this one. I think Oregon wins. I don't think it's by much.
Oregon, I think no. Well, yeah, they cover easily. Oregon, done.
Oregon
Texas
in the great pants.
Awesome pass rush. I know David Bailey, and they have the other kid whose name escapes me. I know David Bailey's very, very good.
There's some superstitious people in Autzen that they're afraid of the great pants, and for some reason Oregon decided to trot those out again. So I think they win. I think the Ducks take over Texas Tech, but it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think.
Listen, they say good teams win, great teams cover. Guess who didn't cover last week? I'm just putting that out there. Rose Bowl, Alabama, Indiana. This game is going to be very fun. Indiana, like 7-point favorite. Total is 48.5.
Let's go.
I'm going with Indiana.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, if they Indiana. Beat Ohio State, they can definitely beat Alabama. But obviously, we're going to see if they get put to the test. Great comeback for them, by the way, last week in Norman.
So, Kenny, do it. Kenny, do it. Kenny, do it.
I want Indiana to win. I want to see Indiana make it to the national championship so that Ohio State gets another crack at them. However, I think Bama wins.
Come on. Fuck Bama, dude. I'm so done with these
Absolutely fuck Bama. Absolutely fuck the SEC. However, you got to go with the tradition of Alabama in the playoffs is a completely different animal. I'm sorry, it is what it is. But I do want Indiana to win. I want to see Indiana make it to the finals because I want Ohio State to kick their ass in the national championship. I want
to stick to see it. I'm not gonna lie. To see Indiana win again.
Indiana making the national championship would be fucking. Imagine telling someone that in like 2015.
I mean, I
Indiana in the football.
Even in the beginning of last year, Jack, nobody would have believed you.
No one. No.
Beginning of last year, nobody would have believed you. The beginning of this year, maybe you get 10% of the people believing you.
Yeah, like if someone told me Indiana would be like a good Big Ten team,
a good football team in general,
I would probably believe that. Like this good though, no, not a fucking chance.
Can I hold on real quick? Can I just like tangent real quick? It's what I'm good at.
I mean, according to you, we only have 10 minutes left, so I mean, go ahead.
Whatever. Right. How does Indiana have a better recruiting class than like Northwestern or Illinois? Like because like those are traditionally a higher or better team or better like program. Yeah, I don't know.
Aren't the academic standards insane at Northwestern?
Yeah. Academic standards for Northwestern is completely different. So they take.
What about Notre Dame? You can't say that. Notre Dame does the same thing.
Notre Dame lowered their standards though several years ago.
And they're a cult. Who cares about them? They're a cult.
Notre Dame, at least for student athletes, they lowered their standards just a little bit.
They're U of I then.
Still some of the
U of I then.
U of I converted. U of I thinks they're a basketball school now, so they don't. Until they got Brett Bielema, they were not focusing on their football.
Indiana was a basketball school.
Yeah, but
up until like last year, apparently.
And then he brought in a bunch of guys from JMU. Then he brought in a bunch of his types of players, and that's what you're starting to see. Now it's not.
There is absolutely nothing you said to me that has convinced me. Okay, the Northwestern thing, like I agree with that. but
under Bielema,
hasn't made me
under Bielema, Illinois has made several improvements to their recruiting process. However, they have not made any improvements to their athletic facilities. And they've barely made any
that's a good
changes
point,
to their
too.
stadium facilities too.
Yeah, their
That
stadium
stadium
sucks.
is still extremely old and extremely
2002, back in the day. Go Bears.
All right.
saw the Bucks there. Good game.
Last of the bowl games, we have Ole Miss versus Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. And not Bama, Georgia is a 6.5.
Oh, look who's here, boys.
Fucking cat dragged in. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding? No, I'm kidding. Congrats, by the way.
Look at this guy. Oh,
all right. Georgia, 6.5 point favorite. Total's 56.5 down there in New Orleans.
I will send him I will send him the link to get him to fucking jump in here right now just to see what his ass is fucking say.
Yeah, give me Georgia over Ole Miss.
Jack, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Oh, because you're interrupting me. It's very mean of you.
Oh,
we only got 9 minutes.
How about that? Let's go.
You're a shot clock, Bruce.
Jordan. All right, Jordan.
You're all making.
The magic finally runs out for Ole Miss. They're without Lane Kiffin. It's time to end this now. No team from Mississippi deserves to be in the playoffs. Give me Georgia.
Nice. All right, let's see.
I have the games up if you don't.
You for NFL picks?
Yeah, I have those up.
Let's go, dog. Right.
All right. So 2 games tomorrow. We start with the kind of a consequential one, but 2 teams that are both technically alive in the AFC 1 seed race, and those are the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. This one's in LA. The Chargers are a 1.5 favorite, and the total is 39.5.
Texans.
I'm going Chargers. I feel like for whatever reason, for all the injuries that they've had, like they've been a consistently pretty good team all year. And for what it's worth, I don't think the Texans really impressed me last week, kind of going down to the wire with the Raiders. So I think the Chargers can get it done.
Chargers are shady. They threw that BB kid under the bus trying to claim he was a racist by some negative.
It wasn't racist. It was
it wasn't. He said whole R, and then the linebacker was trying to get him, rage bait him. But at the end of the day, the Chargers social media team are trash. So give me the Texans.
Yeah, did you see what the Chargers did after that though? Or after what's face did after that? He went off for fucking a shit ton of yards, but it's still giving the Titans.
All right, and the second game, this is probably going to be backup versus backup. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is backup versus backup at this point. In Lambeau, this is going to be Packers.
Let's go!
Ravens did not have a fun time in a game that they absolutely should have won on last Sunday night. The Packers, meanwhile, definitely did not have a fun time last Saturday night. Ravens absolutely need a win and then help to stay alive in the North. And the Packers, correct me if I'm wrong, the Packers have to win this game to stay alive in the North too as well, right?
Yeah, to stay alive
in the North,
to be first place in the North, they have to win this game.
All right, so they need the Bears to lose out, and then they have to win out. Essentially.
Correct.
Okay.
If they lose, the Bears win the North.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Either way, I'm going with the Packers. Again, they're a 3.5 point favorite, and the total's 38.5.
I think it's too low of a total. Packers win. Although everyone's freaking out about Jordan Love being out, it doesn't matter. I think LaFleur does a very
Malik Willis is legitimately good.
Yes. So
Packers.
Packers win and they cover easily.
All right, now we move on to the Sunday slate. You told me this game would be pretty high stakes in week 17 back in, July. I would tell you you're fucking crazy, but nevertheless, here we are. This is Seattle going to Carolina. Seattle historically really good in these 1 o'clock East Coast games. They're a 7-point favorite.
This is big for the NFC. This is not only big. This is the NFC
this is NFC 1
conference.
seed. This is NFC South.
Yeah,
shit.
dude. This is
implications.
Yeah, Seahawks win this easily.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I don't think it's by much.
Yeah, Seahawks narrow, but yeah, Seahawks take it.
7-point favorite. Then I was surprised to see that actually.
It's a lot.
Although
I will say the Panthers do thrive in the underdog role.
They do, and that's a fucking good team, man. I don't think they're gonna win a game come January, but I think they're a team that deserves a spot in the playoffs. So I'm happy they're kind of doing as good as they are.
I don't think the Bears win a game in January, but go ahead.
Next up, two teams that are out of it. We got the Bengals and the Cardinals. Bengals 7-point favorite at home. I think we're all Bengals here, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. This is a game that's fascinating. On the day that is almost certain that Myles Garrett will break the single season sack record.
Ooh.
Right in TJ Watt's grill. This is Browns hosting the Steelers.
Not only did TJ Watt see his brother break his family record, he's about to see
his biggest op.
Right.
His single biggest op break the all-time NFL single season sack record.
Steelers win.
I think the Browns win. This is I got a bad read on that Dolphins game a couple weeks ago. I think this is the quintessential Steelers just don't even try against a bad opponent in a lose game. Give me the Browns.
Steelers win.
I'll take the Steelers.
Not everyone can be on the right side of history. Anyway, Jaguars going to the Colts. Obviously, the Phillip Rivers 2.0 era hasn't started off super great necessarily for the Colts. They're a 5.5-point dog hosting the Jaguars, who are 11-4 and still alive for the 1 seed. I think they would need some help still at this point, but they would at least have the tiebreaker over the Broncos if they somehow tie. But again, total this one's 48.5. I am going with the Jaguars.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Nah, it's tough. Honestly, it's tough. What's the Bills right now?
What's what?
What are the seeds right now? What are the seeds right now with the Jaguars and
the Jags? I believe are technically the 3 seed. Yes,
Okay.
they're the 3 seed.
They are the 3 seed.
Yes.
I'll go Jaguars. Fuck it.
Yep, I'll take the Jaguars.
Perfect.
I haven't seen enough from Phillip Rivers yet.
Kind of a must-win game for one team in this situation. It's an all-Florida matchup. Bucks going to the Dolphins. Bucks are a 5.5-point favorite on the road.
Bucks have to win.
In a game
Bucks have to win.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks.
I'm going Bucks.
Yeah. Must win. I'll take the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing Quinn Ewers doing good against the Bulls defense. Next up, this is the biggest spread of the week. This is the Patriots. Quiet has kept down a lot of pieces this week. There's like 7 guys already ruled out. They're a 13.5-point favorite in New York against Brady Cook and the boys. 42.5-point spread. I imagine we're all kind of on the same page here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we? I'm fucking with
They're starting Brady Cook. They're starting Brady Cook first. Come on. That's a fucking shame. You believe this guy can't even hear this? All right, anyway.
He's had too many waters, Jack. It's okay.
Kind of a two bad teams.
I picked him.
Kind of a two bad teams, but like an interesting quarterback matchup. 2 rookies. This is the Saints versus the Titans. Saints are a favorite on the road. 2.5-point favorites.
Saints and Titans.
Good game for both these quarterbacks last week, both Shuck and Cam Ward. Total 39.5.
Do not give a fuck about this game.
I'm going with the Titans instead of sheer principle.
Hey, shout out Connor. The Saints are fucking trash. Go Titans.
Oh no!
Titan
Real quick, can I bring up that one Saints beat writer being like, man, I asked around about Taysom Hill being in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I want that guy jettisoned into the fucking Gulf of Mexico.
That's fucking terrible. That is fucking. Wait,
the NFL,
it's the Gulf. Hey, it's the Gulf of America. Piss him off.
Gulf of America. No, I need the guy jettisoned into the nearest body of water.
Look at Kenny Drake.
He's the NFL's equivalent of a landlord. He gets paid $18 million a year to do fucking nothing. What do you mean he's a Hall of Famer? He's a landlord. And I'm out of here.
Send him to the Gulf of Mexico.
Fuck out of here.
Gulf of America, Kenny.
Now for the tank bowl.
Okay.
This is likely to sign the number 1 overall pick. Giants at Raiders. Giants are a 1.5 favorite.
Dude, these games are so bad this week.
No, but listen, we're thinking long term. This is less so about the game, more so about the result. Give me the Giants.
Fucking yes.
Yeah, give me the Giants.
Give me the Giants. Jackson.
I guess I'll
is Dart playing? Is Dart playing?
I think so.
Is he?
Question
I thought.
Unless they place him on IR, I don't see him on the injury list.
All right, let's go Giants.
Yeah, I'll go Giants. All right, now we get to a couple of really good ones to close out the Sunday slate. This is Buffalo hosting the Eagles. Buffalo absolutely has to win this game to stay alive in the AFC East, but obviously they'll probably know by then if they're still in it.
This helps the Bears too if Buffalo wins.
Oh yeah, because the Eagles side of this. I'm gonna go with the Eagles reluctantly. I don't love it, but I am gonna go with the Eagles in this one.
Yeah, very reluctant. I'll take the Eagles. I can see the Bills winning it. I don't know.
I feel like Saquon Barkley gets that run defense is a bad matchup.
Big time.
And
but
obviously,
everyone said
that with
the Bears too.
I feel like if the Eagles can slow down James Cook, they'll probably have a good time. Sunday Night Football now. This is a huge one.
Go!
Chicago Bears 3-point underdog on the road at San Francisco.
Let's go. I picked 49ers.
Total is wow, that was quick. 52.5. I am also going to go with the 49ers. I think the Bears make this interesting at the end.
I think it's close, though. I do. I think it's close, but I still pick
49ers. That explains why it's a 3-point spread.
I think San Francisco wins. I may be close, but I don't think San Francisco's ever in doubt in this game. I think they have it under control.
All right.
The only thing that scares me about this game, sorry, real quick. The only thing that scares me about this game for the Bears or for the spread. That's what I'm talking about. If the Bears are able to neutralize McCaffrey, and I don't think it's going to happen. However, if they're able to do that, the Bears will win this game. But I'm picking the 49ers.
All right, perfect. One last game. Also some draft implications in this one in a very funny way. This is Rams at the Falcons on Monday Night Football. Of course, everyone knows the story by now. The Rams own the Falcons' first-round pick this year.
That's actually pretty awesome.
The Falcons did have that pick, awesome. Which is very funny. And for what it's worth, the Falcons have won 2 in a row in 3 of their last 5. But they're also 6-9. So I mean, do the math. Probably end up being a top.
Wait. What are they? Sorry, can you say it again?
They're 6-9, and they are 3-5 in their last, or 3-2 in their last 5.
Okay, so can we bring back being immature instead of the whole 6-7 thing? Can we talk about 6-9? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't object.
I don't object.
Rams are an 8-point favorite.
That's awesome, Jack.
In Georgia, give me the Rams.
Agree, 100%.
100%.
That'll do it. That will do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been another amazing edition of the Friday Night Flagship presented by TDT Sports Media. That guy next to me is Jack Gaffney, the most amazing guy and smartest person that I know in sports. The gentleman below, that's Coach Kenny, one of the most amazing analytical people that I know of in sports, also with the best beard. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. We will see you next week, and we might have a special guest. Truth be told, there might be 2 special guests. You guys don't know about that part.